everybody, today I'm going to show you how to decorate this wooden bracelet. I've had this bracelet for quite some time and I actually have a ton of these wooden bracelets as well as some golden and silver ones, and you can use the metal bracelets if you choose to use a thinner one that's not so thick. You don't have to use a wooden one. You can actually make your own bracelet with an old Coca-Cola bottle or whatever kind of bottle you have laying around. So we're only going to need 3 things today, and that is glue. I love using this glue because it sticks perfectly. It works on so many different surfaces, and I use this a lot for things that I do with crafts, things around the house that I need to glue together. This is just a really good glue. It's my preference. You don't have to use it, but it's the E6000. I got mine at Walmart. We're going to use this thread, and basically this, I bought a pack of the friendship bracelet thread. This is what this is, and of course this wooden bracelet. And you can have this laying around the house. You don't have to go out and buy it, but if you do, these things are pretty cheap. I think I got like a stack of them at some accessory store, and I have a ton of them upstairs. But I'm just going to decorate this one today because it's fall and I like to switch up my wardrobe, and that's the perfect thing about making these bracelets, is you can decorate them to fit your outfits and to fit the season. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to get started, and I'm actually going to start with my yellow. And I'm just going to kind of undo this a little bit, just so it's ready for me. I'm going to wrap this around a few times before I start with my orange. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to get started putting some glue down, and I'm going to start with my yellow. You can do one color, you can do 2 colors, you can do several colors. Do what's more comfortable for you. And you have to be careful. Normally I have like a cup or something because this tends to spill over because it gets squoze. So I'm just actually going to place my glue over the bracelet. Just get like a thin layer, kind of spread it out a bit. And I like to work kind of quickly because this can dry fast. If you have a sensitive nose like I do, you may want to wear a mask because this glue is very strong, and if you're going to have it close to you, the fumes are just going right up your nose. And you'll get a headache. I've been there, done that. I have a cold, fortunately, so I can't really smell anything, so I guess that works in my favor. So this can be a little tricky. If you can find a way to stabilize it, or if you have steady hands, then you're probably okay, but you're just gonna go around and wrap this around your glue and try to get it as tight as possible. I'm not putting any on the back because the front part where the glue is will keep it pretty stable, and I'm pulling pretty tight on this, so I don't have too much to worry about it coming out in the back. However, if you are a little uncomfortable, I would say don't put so much in the front at first. Put a little in the front, a little in the back, wrap it around, then put a little more, and keep going. And you can space this out or put it as close together as you want. But as you can see, this is a really easy, really fun, quick project. You can take your plain bracelets, decorate them with this thread, using whatever color you like. If you have an outfit you may not have a bracelet for, you want to create before you go out, or you know, wherever you're going, you can just decorate that. And as you can see, it's coming along pretty awesome. And I found that this glue kind of dries pretty quickly. I'm sorry, lost my train of thought. So just kind of decide how you want your pattern to go. I tend to eyeball things, as you all know. If you watch my videos, I say that a lot, just because I do stuff all the time. You know, I'm just not doing these things for my channel. I do these things for myself on a regular basis, so I just tend to eyeball things. Okay, so I got a pretty decent amount of the yellow on. but I'm going to keep going around a little bit more just to where I have the rest of the glue. And this is coming along so well. It's so cute. And if you use a thinner bracelet, you could probably add some charms when you're done. Just get like one of the metal type or the plastic ones that are really thin, that you can buy some charms and add, you know, your charms to it. If you have larger charms that will fit around this, that would be cool to add. You know, just add your own flair to it. I say take my advice, take my tutorial and make it your own. And please people, I love to see pictures. Post them on my Facebook page or post them to my Twitter, you know, tag me on Instagram so I can see what you made if you actually do make something from my tutorials. You know, this actually kind of worked out in my favor because I'm at the end of the glue and I'm at the end of that part of the string. So I'm just going to stick that down. I'm going to take my piece of paper here. Just push that down a little bit. You can use a Q-tip, toothpick, whatever is comfortable for you, whatever you choose to use. And I'm going to take the excess glue off a little bit. So now that I have my section of yellow, I'm going to put down a section of orange and then so on and so on and so on. So I'm just going to show you what I did one more time. And this time I'm just going to use a little bit less glue, just so it's not poking up so much on my thread. I'm going to put a little bit of it on the sides as well. And I'm going to work with a smaller section to start. But what I'm going to do is kind of begin where I ended with my yellow. Just kind of hold that there like this and then wrap it around so you don't see that. And this can get tricky. But if you're a little clumsy like me, I would say wear some kind of protective gloves to protect your hands and your fingers from the glue. So I'm just going to continue to wrap that over, kind of overlap it a little bit until I cover the starting point of my orange. And I'm coming to the end of where I placed the glue. So I'm just going to go ahead and place a little more. So I'm going to go ahead and finish my bracelet and then I'll go ahead and show you what it looks like when I'm done. Okay, so we are down to the last little bit that we have to do, and as you can see, this is so cute already. So I'm just going to take the glue just in case you missed, or you need to be reminded of what I did. Just kind of spread the glue on the sides, on the front, not really on the back because we have so much glue on the front and the sides. And I'm just going to take my thread here, or yarn, and I'm just going to wrap it around. Trying to feel the slots, trying to get the yarn as close as possible so our bracelet doesn't look too weird or too unprofessional. And I'm just going to wrap it around until I get to the end. I just need to unravel this a bit as it got kind of tangled up in a knot. Making sure to be careful with the yarn. And just keep on going around. I'm getting closer and closer to the end. My glue hasn't set completely yet, which is great. That's another great thing about this glue is it dries fast, but then you still have time to do your project before it completely dries, which is why I only use a little bit at a time. And make sure if you get any of this glue on your hands that you completely thoroughly wash your hands when you're done, because this can sting if it's on your skin a little too long. So be careful. If you have extremely sensitive skin, I would suggest you wear gloves or something to protect your hands while you're working with this glue. And like I said, this is a little tricky, but just find what's comfortable for you. Find the workflow that's comfortable for you, whether you're doing one of my jewelry tutorials, whether you're doing an upcycle tutorial of mine, or whether you're doing a sewing project of mine. Find what's comfortable for you. The way I do things may not be the way you do things. When I learn how to do something, I see how it's done, I do it myself, I find what's comfortable for me, and I stick with that. And not only does that tend to help me get things to where I want it, it also helps me to work faster when I'm doing things in my comfort zone. And I am almost finished. I just have a few more times to wrap around, just to make sure I'm covering as much of this wooden bracelet as possible. And then I'll give it one more wrap. And so what I'm going to do for this piece, I'm actually going to glue this under. So I'm going to take my glue here and I'm actually going to put that on the yarn underneath and do just a thin layer of that. And I'm going to let it dry, but we are all done. Here is our yarn wrapped bracelet, or thread as they call it, bracelet. And this is really cute. I worked with something I already had at home. All of these things I had at home. However, if you're going out to purchase these are not expensive at all. You can get them at any accessory store. I think I got a pack of 3 or 4 of these for maybe $1.99 or something like that. Like I said, I love using this glue because it works for any project that I'm doing, whether I'm doing jewelry, whether I'm putting something together, or whether I'm fixing something around the house. This works perfectly for me. And this is just what they call friendship bracelet thread, and that's all this is. And I had a pack of it. It came in different colors, and I just have these kind of things laying around the house, so when I do a project or I want to do something for myself, I already have it. So this is what it looks like. This is our bracelet. And like I said, find what's comfortable for you. If you find that the way I did it isn't comfortable for you, find your comfort zone. You know, see what works. Show me your pictures. Let me see what you make. Let me see how you do something. So post those pictures on my Instagram, my Facebook, or Twitter, and tag me in it, you know, so I can look at it and just share those photos with everyone else. So I hope you liked this tutorial. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of what's to come, go ahead and subscribe, and I will see all of you next time. Bye. Hello everybody. Today we are going to be making a pair of paperback pants. Now this was a request for me, and I've never made this before, and I actually already have my pattern and pockets made, but I'm going to show you how to make this lovely pattern and how to put together these paperback pants.